1, 2, 3. Joe Wednesday!
Joe Wednesday!
Yay! Thanks, Lydia. Well, hey, welcome back to Joe Wednesdays. How's it going? Let's talk about what's new with me and my family. I think I've come full circle on the Christmas music stuff now. So I mean, like I started with Pentatonics a few weeks ago. We moved on to some other more like I guess I don't know like modern pop ones or whatever you want to really call it, and now I'm rotating into my Josh Groban or just choral music stuff. So I'm doing the full gambit now of Christmas music that I normally listen to when the holidays come around. So. Um, by the time Christmas actually comes around, I'll probably be sick of it all. So, well, what can you do? Let's see. Let's see. Family updates. Family updates. So Lydia has been. I don't know how to say it. I think something that I struggle with, and sometimes I don't necessarily think that I've been well equipped for parenthood because of situations like this, because I have a very hard time regulating my emotions in the moment, and it was something that I never really learned how to do when I was younger, right? So when it comes to just kind of the raw just sporadicness of toddlerness, it's become really challenging for me to like keep my cool when it's frustrating and not just be like completely overjoyed when it's like happy or like when it's fun and exciting or something like that. And it's like, and just I feel like my emotions are just like a ping pong ball in like a pro match or something like that when it comes around. Cause like the other day, I brought Lydia home, we did dinner, we did all the normal stuff, and then I don't know, I don't remember how she got to it, but she was like sitting in my chair, and I was like, walking from the bathroom or something like that, and I was coming back, and she was just going like, "Oh, sorry, daddy, sorry, daddy." I'm like, what are you sorry about, honey? And she didn't really like explain or anything, but she was like, I came up to her and I knelt by the chair and everything, and she gave me like a hug on her own, like she put her head right on my shoulder, and she was like, "I sorry, daddy, I sorry, daddy." And I'm like, "Oh, my face is melting." So like it's like adorable, and I'm like, I don't know what to do, but I'm like, it's like, "Oh, honey, it's okay. I forgive you. I don't know what you think you did wrong, but I forgive you and I love you and stuff." And then like once she let go, like she like backed up and like put her hand out and like to shake my hand, like we're okay. And I was like, and I know that specifically we haven't been teaching her, so it's like I'm pretty sure that's a daycare thing. So I'm like that's cool. But that not even like an hour later, I'm just like, I'm so like livid with her because she's not listening to anything I'm telling her to do in bath, and she's not listening to anything I'm doing with brushing teeth or anything like that. And it's just like, I was not like, I need to figure out how to like better regulate, like at least like keep the the level of emotional reaction to her down, so that like there's at least a little bit of steadiness in my just inside. um but yeah, I don't know what else to really do about that other than just kind of ride out the days and that kind of stuff. And but I do wish I could kind of like capture those good feelings in like capsules and like save them for like the rainy days. I wish there was a way to do that, but oh well. um let's see. So today for me, I think today was the first day that I've taken a scheduled vacation day just for vacation's sake, and not because it was like something like that I needed to do, like like I needed to go somewhere for a fixed event. Um, so today, yeah, today, like took all the way to like December of the end of the year to actually take a vacation day just to myself. Yeah, oh God. Um, but yeah, and there were a few to do list items that I have in store, and a lot of the stuff is just like kind of like yearly cleanup activities that I need to do, and ones that you're not thinking of. Like it's not cleaning up around the house. It's like kind of cleaning up and backing up my digital files and that kind of stuff. And there was one thing that I was running into on my phone where the Amazon Prime Photos app was like either old or outdated, but like I was seeing like my stuff coming up, but I wasn't seeing Ashley's stuff come up, even though we had like the same login and all that stuff. So I should be able to see hers, but her photos weren't coming up and showing on my phone for whatever reason. I didn't know what that was, and I mean it's been that way for like at least 6 months or something like that. So like I have not been able to like really figure that out. So I actually took some time and I actually like sat down and figured it out. And it was just a matter of like uninstalling the app and reinstalling it because like it came pre-installed when I got the phone, but I'm sure like that was the problem, is like the app was just outdated or something like that. And so I sorted all that out and I put in like the auto sync when it's plugged in and all that kind of stuff. And freaking, there were over 1,200 photos that it was syncing to the cloud account that we got. I'm like, oh my god, I have so many pictures of this girl, because it's all Lydia, all of it. There's no like there's no screenshots of like like GIF images or anything like that. There's barely any me Ashley. It's all me and Lydia, or mom and Lydia, and that's it. But so I'm looking forward to the like, because like Amazon Prime Photos like does like a daily picture thing where it's like these were the photos that you took a year ago and 2 years ago or whatever, whenever you started the account. And I'm looking forward to what that's going to look like in a couple of years, because like it's going to be nice to kind of look back at all those kind of different like little time capsules as we went along. So that was funny. It was a good use of time. And I have been finding additional time to get back onto creating my Final Fantasy photo, or my Final Fantasy videos, and posting them on my channel. So if you're interested in continuing to watch that, keep an eye out. That kind of stuff. But something that I was kind of hung up on the latest video that I was trying to do was, so MMOs aren't necessarily linear if that's not how you want to play them. So like Final Fantasy, World of Warcraft, those kind of games, like they have pretty expansive worlds that are all available for you to do basically whatever you as the player choose to do. And like if I wanted to, like I could just like stick on this main quest line and just run through the game. But I kind of just wanted to give like a more like encompassing experience of the game and the world that they've built in it. So part of that is like going into the different towns that are all scattered across the world, and like there are side quests all over that kind of stuff. But the thing is, like if you're playing it, it's a little more interactive and engaging, so you don't really mind the time that you have to like utilize to actually get from A to B and all the different maps. But I imagine watching it would like just watching somebody walk a character from like, oh, here's one town, here's the other town, and you're walking. Like I don't think that was gonna be so entertaining to watch. And yeah, with a lot of the side quests, it's like, okay, you go to this town, you get all these side quests, and then you kind of do different tasks that are kind of scattered like nearby the town, but it's not necessarily like right next to it. So it's like it involves some traveling and walking around, basically just a lot of dead time. So like if I did like an hour recording, maybe only 45 minutes of that was worth watching, and the other like 15 is just me like moving from A to B or something like that. Or like me like going to do like an extra experience thing that isn't really necessarily worth your time to watch. So I was really kind of hung up on like how I wanted to show that in the game, or in my videos, I should say. And like I didn't want to do a bad job. Like I don't really think a lot of people are watching what I'm doing on my channel. I don't think a lot of people are watching it, but like that doesn't mean like I want to do the video poorly. Um but I'm kind of getting lost on what I'm saying. Sorry. Essentially is when I finally got to working on the video, I at least figured out something of how to like cut out the dead space time, and like I figured out how to do like video transitions so that one space was going to another with a little bit of like a transition built in, so it wasn't just kind of like a sharp like cut from one spot to the other and you don't know what or why. um and then I kind of figured out how I like a way to just kind of like label like, okay, like I cut to here, this is a side quest I'm doing, and like here's a brief thing of why I'm here, like I'm here to kill these enemies or get these items or something like that. And I liked the way I did it. So I was I it may not be the most efficient, it may still not necessarily be the most entertaining thing to watch, but I was at least happy that I came up with some way to solve the problem that I saw about my video recording. So so that it felt good to do in the end. Like, you know, I got it, like I said, like I and I mean, I don't think there's any arbitrary judge of like what makes a good entertaining video or what isn't. I don't, you know, I'll never know that, but I at least got it in a way that I was happy with it. So I'm excited to kind of that, and that'll help like future videos because there's going to be a lot more of that as I play the game. So now that I at least have like a starting point, I can keep what works and maybe, you know, try to find out something else to do with the stuff that doesn't work. Um, but overall, I'm still having fun making the videos and figuring out other ways to edit and that kind of stuff. So I'm learning more and more as I go, and that on its own is really exciting and keeping me motivated to continue doing this stuff. So, but anyway, I'll cut myself off here. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week. Until then, bye.